tell me a little bit about your background and what originally brought you to the San Diego Film Festival?
Well, I've been a commercial and film producer for a number of years, and so that kind of gives me a little bit of a different perspective when I came into the festival 10 years ago to kind of help rebuild it. And that is, I understand what it takes to make an independent film. So I think as the artistic director, I come at it with a real understanding of the risks they take and really what the toil is on them. So when we go to curate those films, I know it's really kind of their heart and soul on the screen. And that really gives me a lot of passion to bring these films to San Diego.
What ways does the San Diego community support the festival?
We've been so appreciative of the support, not only for the city, because they really see the festival as a cultural tourism piece. And so they've been very, very supportive of us, but also the media across the board, TV, radio, print, all coming out to support, not only to support us in the media, but they attend and they come out very often. They'll moderate our panels, they'll introduce films. They're very, very involved. But also, we've got a number of patrons and philanthropic donors that really see what the San Diego International Film Festival has become. And that really is not only an economic driver for a city and the potential for that, but also to bring important global cinema to San Diego. So we've been really, really fortunate to have that kind of support across the board.
You're celebrating your festival's 20th year anniversary. What do you feel the recipe for success for a film festival is?
Festival growth, it's a very interesting model. And really I think what it comes down to is a couple pieces. One is being able to build a credibility for filmmakers around the world, because that's really the heart and soul of a film festival. So it's about doing that and being able to show them that not only will they bring a film here and we'll be able to curate an incredible program, but also bring an audience that really appreciates the work and to be able to celebrate them. And that's a big, big key for a film festival. The other part of it, I think, is being able to honor actors and filmmakers. I think it's a touch point that audiences want. They want to be able to celebrate and honor those that they see up on the screen. And we've been able to do that. We've been able to bring a number of incredible actors and actresses and filmmakers here to be able to honor them. And also building the reputation of the festival and the relationships with the studios to do the studio premieres that we've been able to do. So in the last 10 years, we've programmed and been able to premiere 18 films that went on to be either nominated or win Best Picture. We're really thrilled to do that. So I think all of those things are important, but the last piece is really funding. You need that foundational funding to continue to stay in the game and also to grow.
But really the only main critique I've been seeing is, San Diego Film Festival is a party festival more than a film festival. So I guess how would you respond to a critic who might make that claim?
San Diego, we love to have parties and we love to create those environments. And here's why. Part of it is creating the experience around the film screening. So once you have those gatherings, that allows the filmmaker and the community of people who love film come together, have that conversation. It's really about celebrating the filmmakers and giving them those environments to do it. And that also allows us to bring in civic leaders and have those community conversations. So we see it as an extension of what a film festival should do. You have that screening and then you go to a cocktail party and you get that chance to do that.
You started 10 years ago, right at the midpoint. We're here now at the 20th anniversary. What are some recent improvements that the festival has made in the time that you've been a part of the festival?
Well, when we took over in 2010, the festival was a little bit more of a locals festival. And that was really their focus, which is great. And what I really wanted to do was really kind of broaden it and really start to reach out and bring more global cinema. And so that was a big driver for me. So what we've done is as I mentioned, we've got over 3,000 submissions from 65 countries. That is significant because filmmakers have thousands and thousands of choices. So to choose here, to want to bring their film here means a lot. And so the other part of it is when you look at how you curate and how you bring those together. You know, that has really been key. I think the studio relationships which we built over the years has been significant. Over the last 10 years, we've been able to bring 18 of the films that either are nominated or win Best Picture. And I think that's been significant. We've been able to honor celebrities and actors and filmmakers and really recognize their work. So those are some of the things that were important for me to do. But I think one of the things personally that meant the most was to really build a platform kind of to bring social issues to the table. Because I really feel like we live in a divided time. I think we all know that. I think film is one of the few mediums that allows you to actually walk in someone else's shoes.
Last year you had, you weathered the storm. You had a festival during COVID. Someone I work with was telling me about the screening that he went to for Nomadland in the drive-in, which if you're gonna see Nomadland for the first time, I think a drive-in.
It's so appropriate.
I was like, oh, you could.
A trailer park, but in a drive-in.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, do they have buckets for everyone? So, I think it's so cool that it wasn't just, okay, it's COVID, let's just shut things down. Let's still, because you're doing it for the filmmakers. It's not just for the audience, it's for the filmmakers to get their films out there. So what were some of the necessary changes that were made to adapt to COVID? And do you think some of those changes make sense to stay for the future?
So in 2020, we shifted very quickly to a virtual platform, and one that was really interactive. It was important for us to not only be able to screen films virtually, but also have that interactivity so they could interact with filmmakers. But we also knew that on some level, people wanted a chance to come together. So in 2020, when we were in the fall, people were just starting to come out of their homes. So we wanted to create an environment that they felt totally safe. So we actually took over an entire parking lot in one of the big malls here in San Diego and built out our own drive-in experience, which was very unique, going from taking people into a theater, and instead our theater people were parking cars. So, but what that did was we opened it up so we did screenings over a 6-week period. And people were so excited to have that opportunity to still be able to come out and still be safe. So moving into 2021, we knew that we weren't quite ready to go back into the multiplex, and we're still keeping the virtual platform in place. But we're bringing smaller, intimate screenings. Our cocktail parties are outside. So we're still creating that environment so that people feel comfortable. And I think long term, there is a desire for people outside of San Diego who can't travel here to see incredible film. And that's what we really saw with the virtual platform, is to be able to kind of pull people from outside of San Diego. So I think the virtual element will continue moving forward.
Final question, what improvements are you going to be pushing for the future?
One of the things that I really want to see us take a stronger role in, and that is building cultural tourism in San Diego. I think San Diego, we're so fortunate because it's so beautiful here, and there's so many things to do, and I think we're a really strong cultural town, but I don't think that we've really expressed that out as much. And I think that's a key piece, and we'd love to see the festival be that kind of one of the elements that creates a really strong cultural tourism, attendees from around the world. One of the things I'm really proud of in terms of one of our events is on aboard the Midway. And we're partnering with a veteran-run organization, and their sole purpose is about helping returning vets find employment. What I didn't know is that's one of the toughest things for them. The statistics of unemployment with returning vets is significantly higher than any other. And that's unbelievable because everybody appreciates their service, but employers have trepidation to hire them. So that's what this conversation is about. So we're gonna be on the flight deck. We're gonna have a big reception because we like our gatherings, and then we're going to screen a film called Hornet's Nest, and that's a really powerful military film. And following that will be a panel discussion talking about this issue. So it's really about educating civilians to understand the plight of the returning veterans. we're also doing a skydiving, so we're gonna have 2 jumpers land on the Midway during the reception, which is really cool. One carrying the military flag
Oh my gosh.
in honor of the men who lost their lives off of Coronado in the recent helicopter crash. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate it. It was a pleasure.
Well, thank you. Really appreciate it. Great questions.
Thank you.